Mike? I am just trying to figure out which one is best to be using in Zwift. I have always had stages on my bike, but I've always used trainer power. And previously, the stages reads about 5% more. Yeah, at least 300 watts. And so on Tuesday's ZRL race, I dual recorded. But when you zoom in on the analysis tool, it looks like Zwift, it's either the trainer or Zwift does some weird smoothing. And so I've swapped it. So I'm using the stages in Zwift and the trainer to the Karoo. And I'm gonna check after this ride to see if that smoothing is still there. Like the power graph, the stages, when it was recorded with the Karoo, was making tons of little adjustments, where the kicker in Zwift, the line was like smooth or smoother. Well, that does not 3-second power only, because I looked into that, it only affects the power reading on the little display. No matter what you set it at, Zwift records internally the data. Yeah, it's just, so if you set it to 10-second power, it'll just show you your 10-second average, but Zwift is constantly recording. So I've swapped it. We'll see. We'll see if I have no idea, but I've been saving that 5% for a rainy day, which was interesting the last test on Tuesday, because the kicker actually recorded or reported higher peak wattages. So my like instant power, 1 second, 5 second, 10-second power, 30-second power was higher on the kicker, but over the course of the ride, the stages read more power. So over 60 minutes, the stages average was 5% higher than kicker. And I noticed some weird things in the desert. when you're, I'm just trying to like figure it out, because when you're soft pedaling, like right now it's minus 1%. It seemed like the kicker wasn't picking up as quick. Well, you'd think, because it's like, you know, the cranks are also dual-sided, where the kicker's reading the rear hub, you know, after all the drivetrain loss. We'll see. Kind of curious to see what happens. The graph is what made me think something weird was going on. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Zwift was doing some smoothing. Now, whether that smoothing is the issue, we'll find out. Like if the stages reads 5% high in Zwift and 5% high in the Karoo, then no problem. I like numbers. I like messing around with things. So, kind of stuff interests me. I thought I'd pick a route with a little bit of hills, some long flats. checking to see if I've been robbing myself. I think maybe I've been using the wrong power meter this whole time. Yeah, checking the cranks against the trainer. On Tuesday, I dual recorded with the cranks recording to the Karoo and the trainer reporting to Zwift. And now I'm doing the opposite. Cranks on Zwift, trainer to Karoo. Yeah, so I'm just seeing if I get the same result when you swap them. Because on the power graph, it looked like Zwift. Oh, yeah, I usually use the Zwift Power tool. It just looked weird. The graph looked like Zwift was doing some sort of smoothing a little bit. And I just want to see if that shows up on the cranks. Well, that's the funny thing is that setting doesn't actually affect the recording. It only affects the display. I looked into that. So if you set it to instant, 3 second or 10 second, your display is smooth and average, but the actual recording is the same. So your fit file wouldn't change depending on the setting. But that weird smoothing could just be the trainer itself. Just when you overlaid the crank and the trainer, the crank power was like adjusting non-stop, where Zwift power, it was adjusting, but it looked a little smoother of a line. And so I'm not sure if that's Zwift or if that's the kicker. So I swapped the cranks and the kicker, and we'll see if that still shows up. Because if that shows up, then it's Zwift doing something on the back end. But if my cranks read higher by 5% on Tuesday, and they read higher 5% today, then it's the same. Yeah, I've always done the crank to this. I've never actually swapped them in Zwift. I also saw some weird numbers on the flats, like this, where it didn't seem like the crank power seemed like it would fluctuate, or I guess engage sooner when you're on the flats. I had some weird numbers where the trainer actually had higher peak wattages, but after you hit the 5-minute average, it was less. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening. Hey, Battle Pro, how's it going? How you doing today? Oh, so far it's going pretty good. Just doing some side-by-side testing, checking out a few things here. So we'll see. I like to look at all the numbers after the ride. Waiting for the climbing marker where the climb starts to kind of push it just a little bit. Zwift is free, I think, for 7 days. Then after that, it's a monthly fee, I think $15. There is programs like... Oh, geez. Bert Skeets. There is programs like RGT that is free. Good evening, Bert. I don't think the hill's started yet, has it? No. Unlocked S-Work shoes. Nice. Those are beautiful. I think actually those are the shoes that I'm wearing in game. I have a thing for white cycling shoes, as you can tell. I used to always buy black shoes, and these ones were too good of a deal to pass up, and now I will only wear or buy white road shoes. Mountain bike, that's a different story. When does this hill start? Where is the red marker? There it is, there it is, okay. They last a really long time. I always forget how long they last. And then the battery dies. I'm like, what? Thanks for stopping by, Bert. Thanks for the raid. All right, not climbing that any harder. Legs are feeling pretty squishy from Tuesday's race still. Thought I'd be able to take that hill way quicker when the power ran out. Well, let's try to at least go enough of a pace that I get under 6 minutes. go at a medium pace. Thanks. I'm liking this, I don't know, album, I guess you'd call it. I was gonna call it CD. It's nice because it's DMCA free. Well, I fixed my mic too, so when I talk, it actually makes the music go quieter, so I can have the music cranked for when I'm not talking. Were you, Jamie? Were you enjoying the loud music? So far, at first glance, I think the conclusion is going to be the same as Tuesday. I'm running the cranks in Zwift and the trainer on this, so I swap. But I think the cranks, regardless, are going to read higher, the same as Tuesday. Not making me go up this hill any faster though. My legs are flipping toast from Tuesday. There is no power. I did 2 sprints, and I think I got 1150. And then I kind of started going fast up this hill and was holding 400, and I cracked after a minute and a half. They're like jelly. I mean, I can still produce some power, but still not really. 6? Really? I do feel bad. Feel bad and not bad all at the same time. If I hadn't ridden right now, knowing how my legs feel, you probably could have messaged me and said, hey, we're missing what? Missing 2, and I would have said, oh, C almost B. Well, half the Padres are C almost B. You, Steve, like Joe, Dwayne. pretty sure Joe was. I went down the list because I was curious of how many people got to be in that race on Tuesday. And there was literally 5 out of the top 20 were Bs. Like legitimate, they upgraded to B in that race. Oh, so he's still... That's pretty close. Pretty close, though. One more good effort. If I'm still on. If I haven't gotten off the bike, then yeah. I'm really interested in what these numbers are going to post. Actually, I can't wait for Tuesday to crush Richmond. Pretty pumped that we have 2 races left. And it's 2 races that we're probably going to do really well at. All right, see you, Jamie. Yeah, it does. Well, hey, Battle Pro, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna send you guys over to Slow Spoon.